It's a new month, and now we can finally start on this front yard. So we got it nice and green enough that now we get to rip it out. So we're gonna start ripping it out. So it's been probably a couple hours, and we got a good chunk exactly where the shadow is. And it's getting a little warm out, so I don't really want to work in the sun. So we're transitioning to some bush trimming. This gigantic set of bushes. So there's a lot of surface roots right here that go to those bushes, and so that we don't just like completely shock and kill the bush, we want to trim it at a somewhat relative rate so that it can, I guess, handle it a little bit better. And then we'll come back to this probably in the evening after the sun goes down.
Look at our cute baby kitties. Cute baby kitties. Oh my goodness.
This is not really home reno, but we're still working on the bathroom art for the half bath downstairs. I have vinyl we've cut out. It is so tedious to apply. This is the one I'm working on right now, and especially these little tiny pieces just have to get carefully peeled off, and then I'm carefully lifting up the little palm fronds and ensuring that they're straight. Oh, so far this is the third panel. We've learned some tips and tricks, but we're getting there. This is what it'll look like all done.
Well, it's been like probably a week and a half since we started this, and just been chipping away at it slowly, but I'd say we're almost halfway there at this point. It's tough to do because we've gone back and forth this month basically between rain and sunshine, so can't really work on this when it's pouring rain. But now that we have the time change, get to get at least an hour or two after work and stuff so we can chip away at it. So I just finished that little square right there. You can kind of see right here the challenges that we're facing. So these roots, there's a huge root system underneath all of this grass for this tree, and it is very long. Like this probably goes all the way under the garage into the foundation and stuff. It's not like it's gonna push everything up. It's fine. It's not, destructive like that, but at the same time, we gotta scrape this grass such that we're not damaging this, or at least very minimal damage to this, so that we can maintain this tree, because we like this tree. We want to keep it, make sure that it's nice and healthy, but still a little bit more to go. Day I can't even count anymore, but we're still making progress, slow but steady, on this front yard. I'd say coverage wise we're like 80-90% there, but work wise maybe we're like half, honestly. So I got a lot of under the tree, which is a challenge in its own because of all these exposed roots everywhere. We don't want to damage these, of course, let alone cut them up, so we're kind of scraping around it, making sure that we get everything else besides. And then there's this section here, my arch nemesis, Bermuda grass. I was not familiar with Bermuda grass, but now I am, and I hate it. So if you look closely, you can see it's all this stuff. It's really thick, it's almost like vines. And when I get under here with the shovel, you think you have a good portion of it like you do with just the normal grass. It's really easy to just scrape underneath and then just pull up a whole square of it. But this stuff is entangled absolutely everywhere. And these roots are really tough. So you scrape and scrape and scrape, and then when you try to pull up, nothing gets up because there's so much of it. It's just never ending.
In the jungles of the front yard, we have Mr. Alex, the lion. Mr. Alex, hello.
Oh my gosh, hi.
Hi.
Scared me.
You didn't scream like I did yesterday. So that's good news. What you doing?
Killing Bermuda.
Ooh.
Trying. Anyway.
Wow, look, you did all of that this morning.
Now it's getting really difficult because the Bermuda is like right here.
Mm-hmm.
Just hiding in between, underneath the roots, over the roots, like right here. This guy's still attached somewhere.
Yep.
And as soon as you shovel this out, find a nice little root system like that, but then, oh look, there's more.
There's more.
And there's another one under here. It never ends.
Yep.
I'm never going to Bermuda.
No. All the while we got tree roots too, like that.
Yeah.
Look how much Alex did. I have probably done 2% of this. The rest is Alex. Alex says he's done, and then he comes back out.
I just want to see about all the leaves and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, we tried so hard to make this grass live. And look, it's like thriving in this pile right here. How does that make sense? You don't. The cheese wood is booming and it smells really good, and the bees quite like it too.